Hello everyone, this is George. We're going to talk about upper torso guitar posture today. In a previous video we covered footstools and cross-legged versus non-cross-legged and all of that. So I'll try to add a link to that in the video and maybe you can click on that and do that as well with this one. Today we're going to talk about upper torso, the arms, wrist, things of that nature. What you want to do is have your elbow out from your body extended so that when you're in first position you can play with your wrist straight. What I see a lot, violin, viola, cello, guitar, students have a tendency to do the same thing with those instruments. They want to hug their elbow into their side, into the rib cage. I guess because it's just, after a while your arm begins to hurt, the muscle tightness begins to build up and you're like, ugh, and it sinks down. What you want to try and do is keep your elbow out from your side, and you want to have a nice almost like triangle under here and space, so that way when you're playing, especially once you get more advanced in guitar and you're going to be changing positions, you're going to need to be able to bring your arm freely down and travel with your hand into the different positions. So especially in first though, it's going to take, because first position's further away, you're going to have to, extend your arm out maybe a little bit more. What you don't want to see, and this can be helpful for parents as well when you're watching your children at home practice, you don't want to see this, and I see a lot of this. It causes what I like to call winter warlock contortions. The fingers are, gnarly and all over the place, and the wrist is jutting out and the arm is all twisted. Some students will have a really big problem with that. Some students, it's just kind of natural. They don't have a really big problem. Just depends. Everybody's muscles are different, and we all have to figure out how to work with what we've got. So you want to keep that space under your arm. You want a straight arm here. You do not want, a jutty wrist sticking out. You want that straight, like this from the side. You want it straight and tilted. So we're going to be playing like this, and then with your fingers, what you don't want is your thumb peeking up over the edge. There's a practical reason for this. And I just had a student a little bit earlier with this problem. She was wanting to play like this. Well, now she's learning second position, and she's like, oh, well, I can't reach. What's the problem? Why can't I reach? And so what I said is, what you need to do is bring your thumb right here down, and that will open up your hand here. You want some space, and I'll try and turn so you can see. You want some space in your hand here, almost like there's a ball in your hand under your fretboard. If you play like this, it's going to be very hard to play the notes on your high strings. At the same time, if you play like this, you're not going to be able to play the notes that are lower, but at the same time higher up on your fretboard. So that can be a problem as well. So what you want is you want your thumb in the middle of your fretboard behind. Yeah? And you're going to keep your thumb in the middle, and that way you'll have space under your hand here, and you'll be able to reach all the different strings without any problem. Again, remember, straight wrist. And of course there's going to be a natural tilt when you're reaching up higher, but again, you don't want that to be the predominant or the main position of your wrist. Alright, so that's the left side, the fretboard side. What we see over here a lot is arms sinking down here, or like here, or leaning in here. You don't want to see that. Your arm, let me turn the camera, your arm is going to come around, like this. And again here, when I was first learning, I remember when I was a little girl, my wrist, I don't even know if I can do it now, but it would jut out up here, and I would kind of play like this. And a lot of students have that difficulty. You want to make sure your wrist is straight here. Your arm is straight here. You're not sinking in or leaning on your guitar. You're just stabilizing it. You want to keep it from falling down or falling over. Now, the thumb and fingers here, and this all depends on where you're at in guitar. If you're one of my students, to begin with, what I suggest is just playing with your thumb. However, if you're past that and you've moved on to index and middle finger, and you're playing with both of those fingers alternating or going back and forth, then a lot of what I see is students playing like this. And what we want is our thumb out like this, and our fingers almost like behind our thumb. So it's this motion right here. So your thumb's going to be up here, and your fingers are going to be like this at a slant. They're going to be plucking past your thumb. Yeah. Alright. So that pretty much covers all the basics for now. Later we might do, you know, something more detailed and more advanced. But that's the basic thing. So let's run back through our checklist real quick. So when you're sitting down and you're practicing, you want to make sure your elbow isn't hugging into your rib cage. You want to make sure it's nice and extended out. You've got space under here. You want to make sure that your wrist isn't jutting out like this. You want to hold it straight, yes. You want to make sure that your thumb is not curling up over the edge of your fretboard or peeking over. Sometimes, especially if the child is more like around the age of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, somewhere in there, I'll draw a little smiley face, or sometimes a little frowny face. I'll do like a little funny face. And, you know, if it peeks over, oh, you know, got to put your thumb back down. He's not allowed to come out over here. So keep your thumb down. You want to keep it about in the middle of your fretboard behind. Straight arm, straight wrist. This side, again, straight arm here. You don't want to have your arm down in here, sinking down, leaning on your guitar, you know, way down here. Nice straight back, straight arm, straight wrist. Keep your thumb out a little bit in front of your fingers, and your fingers are going to be plucking behind. If you're interested in learning how to pluck the strings correctly, I made a video on that. It's called, I believe the title is Suzuki Book 1, Twinkle, Picking Fingers, PIM, I believe, and that should be in the playlist for Suzuki Book 1. Alright, I hope that was helpful. Thanks so much for watching. If you have questions or comments or even video requests, please post below. For my private students, of course, feel free to text, call, email anytime. Be happy to help you with that. Thanks so much and have a great day.